When council told these battlers to get out of their homes, they didn't think they stood a chance, even though some had lived there for 30 years. But then the legal cavalry arrived.
There's these empty tanks and this apartment block and its residents. They've been next door neighbours for more than 30 years.
It's a great place to live.
The oil refinery and its friends over the fence have lived harmoniously under the radar until council got involved.
Once a home, always a home, save Techno Park.
People are passionate about this.
Hobsons Bay City Council wants these owners and renters out of their homes. They said so in this letter.
This one was very intrusive and quite rude. You know, like, get out. You've got 24 hours to get out.
The letter appeared in mailboxes throughout Techno Park Drive in Melbourne's Inner West on May 18 this year. It's an area zoned industrial, but people call it home and have been since the 1980s. And council's known about it for years.
Council has really stuffed this up because years ago, more than 15 years ago, if they were serious about people not living there, they should have done something then.
Council has been accepting commercial rates from homeowners and payment for pet registration, even though, under its own planning scheme, it's illegal for people to permanently reside at Techno Park. George Georgievski has months left on his lease.
And to me, does this look like a business setting? No, it looks residential to me. Like, how would you even know just looking at this beautiful courtyard here? I wasn't prepared to leave, and I'm not prepared to leave until October.
He's just one of dozens of occupants facing the boot. But since our first story aired on their plight to stay, residents have received an outpouring of support.
So we've had a number of offers from law firms and barristers and solicitors. You know, we're getting a team together and looking at our legal options.
Techno Park's seen John through some of his toughest days. He's just grateful there's help on the way.
They've offered their services pro bono for the most part. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to afford it, yeah.
Residents are willing to slug it out against council here in the Victorian Civil and Administrative Tribunal by exercising what's known as an existing use right. And Dean Hurlston from Council Watch believes the residents can win.
These residents, after 15 years, have a right to actually stay forever. Council's realised they've stuffed up, and so council's used a really disgusting tactic to force that right to be broken.
Mobil's fuel storage site at Williamstown ceased operations in 2021. It's unclear if the site will be rebooted, but if it is, Dean says council's in trouble.
If Mobil then says, well, hang on a minute, we want to refill these tanks or reuse the area, the residents are in the way. So council would then be responsible and liable to potentially compensate Mobil.
It's not fair. It's not okay to kick people from their homes.
Hobsons Bay City Councillor Daria Callender.
I'd personally like to see some consistency and common sense applied.
Daria tabled a petition to council asking for the mass eviction to be stopped.
I've heard that a number of residents have gone into hiding. They're turning lights off, heaters off at night, just to make their homes look like they're vacant.
A whole lot of red tape still to go for residents left frightened they'll be forced out.
A lot of people are still terrified, yeah.
In a statement, council said it's sorry for the distress its correspondence caused and is committed to providing access to support services. Previously, the council told A Current Affair rezoning this land would not be appropriate given the significant safety risks.
If this was really about safety, council would have been down there, they would have relocated everybody immediately.
Once a home, always a home, save Techno Park.
Yeah, we've gone from thinking we have to go right now to thinking, well, there's a process which might take some time and there's some hope.